So the Halloween update for Adopt Me is almost here, so I've gone ahead and decorated my own Halloween house instead of Adopt Me. Now this will be a shorter video just showing off the interior of my house. I am using the holiday home as you can see in the background. But hopefully my house will give you a bunch of inspiration to decorate your own Halloween house. But let's go ahead and go inside. I'm gonna go ahead and also throw a party too, cause why not? There I go, let's go ahead and host the party there. So here is the entrance to my Halloween house. We have a bunch of lamps leading into a giant pumpkin patch room that also doubles as a pet care room. So, you know, we have the corners fully filled in with like the pet baths, pet beds, and in the middle we have a bunch of pet food and water to do all your tasks for your pet. Also, Royal Rowan just asked me to do a speed build for this. I will be posting a speed build on my speed build channel. You can find a link down in the description or in top right corner if you want to see the speed build for this house. As you can probably tell, that looks really different from how this house normally looks. But that is the first room. We also have a bunch of clouds all over the ceiling too, instead of like those mirrors. But moving on to the right, we have a little lounge area with a little place for the sitting. And we also have a donut stand because, you know, everyone loves donuts. You can't miss out on donuts. But just moving on upstairs, we have a couple of lounges on the way up to the second story. One right here, another one right here. They're pretty spooky. I like the little atmosphere of it. Oh, I got my donut now. Yay, I got my donut. Moving on to the second story, you can see we have a spooky graveyard. And on top of the branches, we have pumpkins on both of the branches up here. It's so glowy. It's so magical up here with those pumpkins in there. But past the spooky graveyard, we have another room back there. I'll go there last because there's a couple rooms in there. But going all the way down the stairs, we have a little witch room down here. With a bunch of floating books and a bunch of wizardy stuff down here. I got some inspiration off Harry Potter, especially from you can tell by the bed under the stairs. But this area is super magical. I love the variety of items in the game. But moving back to those rooms you saw before with the giant red panda statue above it, if we enter here, we have a Flora's Lava game! Honestly, I think everyone's played Flora's Lava at least once in real life, and this one is so scary! With all like the floating platforms, it's like a giant hobby up here. But let's go to the right room first. This room's really interesting. There is a bunch of floating chairs in the middle of the room. You can even sit on the ceiling chairs too. It's like a mirror reflection. And probably the funniest part of the house is when you jump out of the chair, you just go flying! Oh no, I laid it at the fireplace! That is not safe, I laid it inside the fireplace. But every single time you sit in the red chairs, you just fall face first into the floor. We'll go in that room in a second. Let's go to the other room on the other side first, because that room is like the main room in the house. But going on the other path, we have a little vampire diner. Completely equipped with a pizza station, because you know vampires love pizza. But we have a giant vampire buffet with a giant blood cauldron right here. And all of the red on the side. And if you go into this room right here, this is where the vampires sleep with all the upside down beds. And they do the exact same thing as the other room too. You just get flung off half the time. There you go. Oh gosh, that was a really fast fling. But now for the final room, we have the throne room! With hot tubs, of course. You cannot forget the hot tubs in your throne room. It's like the most important part, even more important than the throne itself. But we have this spooky throne room with all the floating candles, hot tubs, and the giant main throne in the middle, of course. Also, something cool you can do in this house, you don't necessarily want the throne room in the back corner. You can swap out the pumpkin room and this room because they didn't originally build this room in the pumpkin room. But I think the pumpkin room is a lot better personally. But that is my Adopt Me Halloween house. I will be posting a speed build relatively soon on my speed build channel. So make sure you guys subscribe to it so you don't miss out on the speed build. But let me know in the comments, were you inspired to build your very own Halloween house and Adopt Me? What is your favorite room in the house? But thank you so much for being here, and I will see y'all next time. Goodbye!